when you are so multiple, you can disguise coverages and things like that. It just, how do you hope to have an effect? What kind of effect will that have on opposing offenses?
Well, when you're giving people different variety of looks and they know what they're doing, quarterbacks, they get cloudy reads, and that's what we want. And then I think just being multiple, brings that presence, to our defense. I mean, obviously the 4 down, you can do a whole lot of exotic things, but then when you do a whole lot of exotic things out of the 4 down, and then also the odd front, now, you got some stuff going.
How much of a challenge is it to teach multiple defenses and for the kids to learn?
Well, coming in, you have to approach, you got to start with the basics. And you're going to have 11 guys on the field. It's just how you fit guys in the run and how you fit guys in the pass. I mean, everybody run certain coverages, whether it's the odd or the even. It's just how you use those guys, I mean, to me, the KISS method is always simple. I mean, you can get to the even out of the odd front. You can get to the odd into the even front. It's just the complexity of it. It's on the coaches. If we don't make it complicated, then the kids will play and they'll understand and they'll grasp the concepts that we're trying to get across.
How interchangeable are the inside linebacker positions? Are they interchangeable at all, or Mike's?
Well, when you look at the interior, to me, both of them the same. You got one to the field and one to the boundary, because they're 2 inside and they're lined up basically on that person to their side.
So those guys, guys can play either or?
Yes, they can flip. Yeah, their responsibilities, like I said, similar. It's just one to the field and, one to the boundary. It just depends on what coverage you got the defense in. They're going to be either to the field or to the boundary. And that's just like with the outside guys. You're going to have an outside guy to the field, and then you're going to have an outside guy to the boundary. So you have to cross-train them, but it's really the same position, depending on the call.
It seems like usually offensive guys rotate more in general than defensive guys.
Yes.
But you guys do have a lot of linebackers. Do you expect to have like a certain number of guys rotating, or is it when you start to get gassed?
Well, Coach Tiger's philosophy is always, trying to keep those guys fresh. And when you keep them fresh, you build competitiveness, you build confidence, in your team. And now, you don't lose reps. What I mean by losing reps is you got a guy there going 50, 60 snaps. He's not going to go 110%. That's losing reps. That's not getting guys a strain. Now when you have, we always say the best 22 or the best 26, now you keep your guys fresh, and those reps are quality reps.
With that in mind, how big can the 3 freshman linebackers be in adding depth to the linebacker unit?
Huge. Like I said, this camp, they keep progressing, keep learning, keep showing up, doing scrimmages. I think in our room, we're going to have the depth that we're looking for. Long as injury-free and they keep progressing.
When you bring in new coaches, you've been coaching for a long time, so a lot of different staffs. Does the dynamic change at all when you bring in new offensive coaches? The practices, do you have to learn those guys personality-wise? Just in terms of like how practices go and stuff, or does it impact you at all, the defensive side?
No, far as you're talking about scheme.
Well, just just like the atmosphere, the camaraderie between the coaches, and what has it been like when you bring in new offensive coaches?
It's been, and Coach Tiger does a great job at having us collaborate, even before you get on the grass. You got to learn your personnel, coaching-wise, before you even step on the grass. We all got to be in unison, and we do, team building things. We go out and have retreats and do those type of things to get to know them, the good side and, the funny side and the serious side. So Coach Tiger does a great job of cultivating, the coaches, the culture, that you know, we all one. We all gonna work together. Sometimes we may not agree on a lot of things, but once we walk out, we all in uniform. So whether it's offense, defense, special teams, to me, the program is the program. And what Coach Tiger put in place, we all fall in line.
Your son was one of the guys that he singled out today, talking about young guys that showed that they can contribute early. What's it been like? When's the last time you coached him? What's
Well, I guess
I know
that
you're not coaching him individually, but being on the field with him.
That was one of the rules. You know, when he signed here, you know, obviously he plays a different position than what I coach. But when you're a coach, you coach all the positions, you know. And I told him, I said, hey, you know, you signed up. You know, Coach Barnett and Coach Taggart and the rest of the staff recruited you. They're going to coach you, you know. But you know how kids are, you know, they'll call you and say, Dad, hey, what you think? And, you know, I give them my honest opinion. But, you know, just coaching them, you know, I still.
But
It's tough.
When you see him make a play, though, it's got to be pretty.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, I give him a high five, you know, just like I give the other guys. I mean, and more so you, as a parent, you're more tougher when you're a kid than, you know, someone else. But me, I'm different. I'm tougher on all of them. You know, all of them. I look at all of them as my kids. But it's great to have him, you know, part of the program, especially where I'm coaching college ball.
What have you seen from Jaden Woodby? I guess he was at Star last year and now doing a lot of different things. What have you seen from him this offseason?
You know, Jaden has gotten bigger, stronger, faster. You know, for him, you know, just making a transition, you know, from the field to the boundary, more so in the box. His knowledge of the game, you know, because he's a gym rat, you know. It's just constantly, every day, I mean, he's up there wanting to learn, especially when we went multiple. I mean, he's transferring it on the field too, you know. So for Jaden, I would say when he went through the little injury bug, you know, he's got bigger, he's got stronger. You know, you don't need to tell him what to do and how to do it. You know, he goes out and do it, and he leads by example. So I'm seeing his leadership rise at a different level in comparison when he was a true freshman. You know, he was learning how to. Now it's like, Coach, I'm a model of this behavior. I'm bringing others with me, and that's what he's doing.
And then I know I asked you about the freshman linebackers before, but I get a lot of questions on my message board about, you know, how quickly are those kind of guys going to be able to play? What's realistic for a young guy to be able to see the field? I mean, how do you gauge, like, okay, these guys have potential versus, you know, we need to make sure not to throw them to the fire too quickly?
Well, you know, and what we always strongly suggest to the incoming guys, whether it's freshmen, transfers, you have to play special teams. You know, I mean, to make your money, you need to be on special teams, you know, and we tell them that all the time. So realistically, you know, just coming in, especially in the fall, everyone's going to get opportunity, but when you come in, you learn it, and you hadn't had a spring, I say the transition has always been play special teams first, and we teach you the scheme, but we want you to come in and compete and play, you know, period. So if you ask me, we're coaching these guys up like they're starters because they're one play away. I tell the guys all the time, you one play away from getting thrown in that fire. You know, your reps may be limited, but the more and more you progress, the more and more you get reps, you know. So we gauge that, you know, day by day based on the progression, but we try to strongly encourage, you know, the guys that come in, especially young guys, play special teams. I mean, if you're on 3 special teams, 3 or more, Coach Shaq can say, hey, you know, you can make the traveling squad, you know. So we motivate them as long as they understand that, hey, you know what, you got an opportunity. Because what kids don't want, they don't want you to tell them one thing and do another, you know. So we tell them, hey, when we recruit you, we're recruiting you to come in and take someone's job. So we got to give you what, the opportunity. And you have to be in a position to embrace that opportunity and go out and progress every day. And once you do that, we don't have no favors, you know, we're going to put the best out there.